Hello, this is Anthony. Let's walk and talk. Today I am in a small town in Ecuador called Mindo. It's beautiful here. It has not a big town, but amazing amount of hummingbirds everywhere, all kinds, many different species. Very beautiful place, and also a plethora of all kinds of butterflies. I spent some time with butterflies yesterday, so beautiful location here. So today I want to talk about um, love and fear. You see, some people, and I used to be one of these folks, used to think that the opposite of uh, love was hate. But in actuality, what I've come to learn and understand is that the opposite of love is not hate, it's actually fear. And, the reason that I came to understand that is because when you really begin to take the journey, you understand that hate is an emotion that's born from fear. And fear is what prevents us from being able to fully encompass, feel, and understand what unconditional love is. It's not that when you meet somebody that's different in you that you have this feeling of separation or distrust. What really is happening is you don't know them, you don't understand them, you don't know what their purposes are or their values are, and so it creates fear in you, and that fear in you is what creates the angst, the feeling of separation, the feeling of distance, and that creates the feeling of fear. Now, why is this important, you're going to ask? Well, over the last many days, I've been introduced and faced with a lot of different things that I wasn't even sure existed. And what I mean by that is this: for many years, I've really been in solitude. I've been solo, and I've been guided and learned to master self. But as I've mentioned before, this journey has now brought me into the presence of other people and other beings, and really beginning to interact with people in the world. And as I begin to do that, I begin to meet different people and get to accept different people into my life as friends and whatnot. And when that occurs, what happens is it brings up fears. Not fears of the people necessarily, but fears that exist inside, internal fears, fears that you recognize in self aren't necessarily expressions or valid expressions of self, but you understand that, and you understand that those things are there because of experiences that you've had in the past. And sometimes those experiences that you had in the past, if they are not properly healed and processed and transmuted, you begin to understand that they can affect your present and then obviously affect your future from there. One of the things that I think that I've gotten to, the points that I've gotten to on the journey with understanding this is, and it was presented to me this morning, especially as I began to really connect with the universe and pen and journal my thoughts. Really what came out of it was that I was being shown and presented internal fears because of certain connections that I've had that have failed in the past and have created different anxieties in essence. And I recognize now that I had to re-experience a lot of those connections again in order for me to in some ways have a reprogram and have a corrective experience, for one, and then two, to also better understand self, better understand the fear that's in me and why it exists, and to better understand why it's important to be able to connect with that fear, process it, love it, integrate it and love it, and transmute it into love. Because you see, in all things, fear is really what holds us back. It holds us back from being our truest and and most authentic selves. It holds us back from really connecting deeply with the beauty of the world around us and the beauty of the world that exists within you. On this journey, I definitely have felt like fear just doesn't have a place in my life in all things. And many times there are reflections of it and there are projections of it all around me. I don't choose to ignore them, but I choose to try to place them where they belong. And the hardest part of those things is when when you're presented with a fear that you haven't processed yet, but you clearly understand that it's something that must be transmuted and you are not able to outrun it. And so it forces you to really look at it wholly, almost like looking in the mirror at that shadow self or at that wounded inner child and being able to see it, express it, care for it, and then love it. Part of fear a lot of times for people is the ability to let go of the past, to let go of past events, past people, past experiences, and to embrace and trust that new awaits. And the issue with that is that, and we talked about this in a previous video, the issue with that is that if you continue to hold on to the past, you're tethering yourself to that past version of yourself. You're tethering yourself to that past, and by tethering yourself to that past, it doesn't allow you to open yourself up to the beauty of the new future that awaits you, the beauty of the new future that is assured, that's just desiring for you to be able to embrace it, to be able to move towards it and be able to attract it. And it's important to understand that, because if you are unable to understand that, then you'll find yourself in that continued battle to where you are locked in the past and in the future and unable to manifest and create that new life that you truly do deserve and desire. I feel, even though this this aspect of me and learning some of these aspects of me have been difficult, I embrace them, and I'm happy that I've chosen to embrace them, and I'm happy that I've chosen to learn and understand them better in order to help myself to really truly continue my evolution, to fully evolve into the being that I know I'm meant to be, and to really truly be able to additionally continue to embrace life and just savor every flavor of it, to enjoy every aspect of it, understanding that there is a full spectrum of life out there that desires my attention and that I desire to give my attention. And in order to be able to fully focus on it, certain things must be accomplished, certain things must be released, certain things must be integrated, transmuted, accepted, and loved. So that's a big message for me. I think in that message for me, I hope that it allows you to find some inner peace in yourself. I hope it allows you to find that peace in you that you deserve, the peace in you that you desire, that thing that for some scares you so much that even to consider them, it causes you to want to hide, to want to numb yourself, to want to run away from the present, to run away from life, to focus on other things, addictions, past, future, to miss out on all of the things, all the beauty, the magic, and the aspects of life that are around you and it surrounds you constantly, all day, every day. But what say you? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you've mastered self? And if so, do you feel like you've mastered interpersonal relationships? Or Have you maybe gone the other direction? Maybe you've mastered interpersonal relationships, but you've yet to take the journey of mastering self. I'm curious, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments. Wherever you are in the journey, just know one thing is undeniable. You are beautiful, you are divine, you are loved, and this experience is meant to create the most beautiful and best version of you. As always, if you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. I am truly grateful. And until I talk to you again, peace, love, light. I hope you have the most amazing day.